I want to just introduce to you Richard Sigerson, who is the Dean of Faculty of Arts, and prior to his appointment at the U of C, Richard spent 25 years in academic and administrative roles in universities across the country. Most recently, he served as Dean of Faculty of Arts and acting provost at University College at the University of Manitoba, where he also held the doctoral professorship of government. His administrative life began at University College, the Cariboo, which later became Thompson Rivers University. As a graduate student at the University of Toronto, Richard studied political theory and enjoyed the opportunity to work with some of the leading figures in the field. He also became interested in Canadian politics, which led to his subsequent publications on political parties, leaders, and issues of multiculturalism, First Nations, and immigration. Most recently, his research focuses on the politics of nationalism, specifically on national identity and how it affects public policies on immigration in different countries. Throughout his career, Richard has made students' university experience a priority. He's an inspiring teacher who continued to teach a large survey class in political science while in the position of Dean at the University of Manitoba. His leadership style is that of facilitator, ensuring students make the most of their student experience, champion for celebrating the achievements of students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and a communicator. So I want us all to welcome Richard.
Thank you, Michael. It's my great honor to be able to welcome you here tonight on behalf of the President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Calgary, Dr. Elizabeth Cannon. We're very proud at the university to be associated with this wonderful event, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing the panel. And it's tremendous to see such a robust crowd on such a cold evening. I think, however, that the coldness of the evening was almost designed to help us think about the subject of tonight's discussion and allow us greater empathy for the state of the homeless in this city and elsewhere. Before I come back to say a word about our theme tonight, I'd like to thank our Chair of Christian Thought, Dr. Doug Chance, for his leadership for this event and for many others that have been associated with the work of the Chair. This evening and the work that Doug and his colleagues in religious studies and others connected to this endeavor do on our behalf link directly to the university's strategic priorities, which have been articulated by Dr. Cannon in what we refer to as the eyes high goals and strategies. We want at the University of Calgary to be one of the top 5 research universities in Canada by the time of the university's 50th anniversary. We want to be a leader in innovative and engaged teaching and learning. And we want, more than anything, to be more engaged and more profitably engaged with the communities that we serve and lead. So the event that you're here for tonight touches all of these components, and certainly the work of Doug as Chair of Christian Thought encompasses all of these activities. What we're going to hear tonight speaks directly to the research mission of the university, which involves not only the research that we often hear of that's in medicine and engineering, but in the Faculty of Arts we have a breadth of research activity in faculties like social work, nursing, law. We engage with curiosity-based research, but we're also active, as you'll hear more tonight, in community-based research, where the work of scholars interacts with the problems of the communities in which our institution is located, and where the communities that we represent engage in important discussions about social, political, economic, cultural, aesthetic debates. And we as a university want to help lead these discussions, these debates, these confrontations with some of the most difficult challenges that we face as human beings. Secondly, research at the University of Calgary is not disconnected from teaching and learning. We want our students who come to the University of Calgary to have the full range of experience from the undergraduate to the graduate level. And it's wonderful to see many students that are here tonight that will be able to go back to their classes filled with a greater appreciation of the work that's being done and the ideas, perspectives that can be shared around such a crucial issue as this one. And finally, and probably most directly for this evening, we at the University of Calgary are committed to becoming more and more profitably engaged with our community, the community of Calgary and the region. And again, it's wonderful to see so many people out here to discuss and to confront such an important issue as homelessness. We thank our friends here at Central United. We have had a long and very profitable relationship at this university with this, the oldest church, I understand, in Calgary. And there aren't very many old things in Calgary, I'm finding out. I've been here for a year and a half. And it seems that this is still very much a city that is always building and always looking forward. But it's also a city that very much cares for its citizens, cares for its community, as we saw last year in the flood, as we've seen in all of the events that we've put on that have engaged the community in very difficult social issues. And homelessness is one of those. I come from Winnipeg originally, both born and raised there, and then I was back there for a few more years, most recently as Dean of the Faculty of Arts. And in a place like Winnipeg or Toronto where I lived, or in British Columbia where I lived previously, you can't escape homelessness. And it's very much part of the social commentary. It's part of your life almost any time you go out and go downtown. In Calgary, a little bit less so. My experience has been that the homelessness as an issue hasn't risen as high on the public priorities as, frankly, it should. And so it's very good to see that we're engaging with this issue, because it's an absolutely crucial and fundamental one when talking about social justice, when talking about the quality of life in the community. And so I'm so respectful of the individuals who are going to be sharing with us today, their knowledge, their perspectives, and I'm so thankful to all of you for coming to engage on this tremendously important event on such a cold night that again drives home the point that there are friends and fellow citizens out there who are having a hard time finding a place. And this is a matter of economics, yes, of legislation, yes, but it's a problem of very, very many dimensions. And again, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that and learning more about that from this very stellar panel we have tonight. So again, welcome, thanks for coming, and I know you will have a wonderful evening.
Thanks very much for those words, Richard. And good evening. My name is Timmy Ruparel, and I'm the head of religious studies here at the University of Calgary. I won't spend too much time talking. I just want to tell you a few things before we hand it over to our chair and moderator for tonight's discussion. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the Chair of Christian Thought. The chair was founded 28 years ago through the generous support of 4 Christian denominations in partnership with matching funds with the province. And since then, with other denominations, we have together created a unique town and gown partnership. Now, it's difficult to overestimate or overstate just how unique this kind of thing is. It's an ecumenical group of Christian communities partnered with the Department for the Academic Study of Religion in a secular university. I know of no other chair worldwide that is as successful as ours in this kind of endeavor. And we in Religious Studies and the Faculty of Arts are really proud of the work of this chair. This is in no small part due to the tireless work of our current chair holder, Professor Douglas Shantz, who, after Gordon Harland and Alan Sell, is the third person to hold the position. Through the work of Doug and his predecessors, the chair has brought to Calgary some of the most influential and important thinkers in the world to share their ideas and research with students, scholars, and community members. We're really fortunate to have the opportunities that the chair makes possible to learn from and converse with the Christian thought lecturers, panelists, and presenters, and not least from the distinguished panelists today. Of course, making these opportunities possible takes considerable resources, and I'm pleased to share with you today our desire and plan to expand the work of the chair to become a center for the study of Christianity and culture. Religion plays a greater role than ever in today's world. No doubt you'll have heard about the debate surrounding the Quebec Charter of Values. This is just one of the many examples of how questions of religion challenge our understandings of what it means to be Canadian, secular, democratic, and multicultural. Our goal is to expand the role of the Chair of Christian Thought to become a center to engage with research and teaching these and other such questions, both religious and non-religious, and indeed encompassing all of the world's religions. In order to inform our understanding of these issues, and to train the next generation to meet these challenges. I'd like to invite you to consider making a gift to the Chair of Christian Thought. You can do so in 3 ways: by contributing to the endowment of the chair as it becomes a center, and this would guarantee its resource and place as a resource and guide for subsequent generations, that is your children and grandchildren. By contributing to the annual fund so that we can continue putting on important events like tonight's panel discussion, or perhaps becoming a member of our legacy circle to become a long-term supporter of the work of the chair. So you can get more information about these things on our website, or please come and speak to me or Doug afterwards. But without further ado, let me introduce Professor Douglas Shantz to the podium to introduce our panelists for tonight. Doug Shantz is an internationally recognized expert on Reformation history, and in particular, German Pietism. His latest book, called An Introduction to German Pietism, is the first English-language survey of the field in over 40 years. And Dr. Shantz was recently honored with an invitation to deliver a plenary lecture to an international conference on German Pietism this last year. And he did it in German, no less. We are very proud to have him as our chair and our moderator for tonight.